everybody. So I've been getting a lot of follow-up questions after I posted my original review of the Pippa that I got. So I figured I would just wait a little while and kind of let all the questions roll in, and then I could kind of address everything all at once. Most of you are just curious about, now that I've had the bag for a while, how's it holding up? How do you like it? Those kinds of things. So overall, the bag has been holding up really well. I definitely love the size and all of the things that I can fit in here. I just grabbed it from downstairs. I didn't take anything out before I started the video so you could see. I have sunglasses, but I can easily fit a sweater in here. I carry a sweater with me everywhere because in Virginia, after it hits like 55 degrees, all of a sudden everybody and their mom has their air conditioning blasting all the time. So, and I'm always cold. So I always carry a sweater. And this is all coming out of like this main compartment. I have my wallet with receipts sticking out everywhere. And this is my little clutch I have that has like little emergency things in it. My leftover Tecron from when I put that in my car earlier. I always carry a shopping bag with me. People call these like the Houdini bags or whatever. There's just a grocery bag that kind of unrolls. So I always have a bag with me so I don't need to use a bag. I've got a tape measure in here because I do a lot of DIY stuff and I always have that with me. My work ID and peanut butter bar apparently that is totally smushed. So, and that's everything that easily fit into that main compartment. And then the front one is where I carry my planner. And the back one I just use for really small organizational things. I've made some use of those little pockets. I just carry like gum and lip gloss and stuff. So overall, size-wise, I'm really happy with the bag. It was definitely a good purchase that way. My biggest complaints about the bag, I think I'll start with the front pockets. The way that these zippers are constructed, and I don't know if this is just me because I haven't heard anybody else mention this, but the way that these zippers are constructed, sometimes when I go to like put my hand in there, it's really difficult, like it's doing it right now, to separate the zipper to get in there because it's a very small and very shallow pocket, so it's not like you can open it very wide to begin with. So that's something I find really annoying because the zippers obviously are metal, and if I have, anything on my nails, it usually scratches it or chips it, and that just drives me insane. Another thing, and you can probably hear it, the bag is noisy. It's just like squeaky. I thought that it might go away after a little while, after it broke in, but the handles are just squeaky. For the most part, I don't really notice it unless I'm doing something like this, like a video, and it's very quiet and I can hear it. So, but that's definitely also something to keep in mind. My biggest disappointment actually has to do with the crossbody strap. I keep it in here, but I never use this, and the reason I got the bag, one of the reasons I got the bag in this color was because it came with this crossbody strap, and there is just no good way to do this. The bag is not balanced when you have it on. So I'm just clipping it on the way it's supposed to. And the bag also becomes noisier this way, in my opinion, when I use this. You can just see as soon as you let the weight of the bag fall, it just pops the handles like up and out. So when I'm carrying it around, it's just, see how they like stick out weird? And there's no good place to put them. Like you can't really, that's weird, or they just don't stay down. Like they just, I don't know if you can see, they stick out, and it drives me insane. And the noise of the bag seems to be amplified when I do it that way. So that was really disappointing for me because, like I said, that was pretty much one of the main reasons that I got the bag in this style. And to go along with that, because it has that crossbody strap, the handles are very short, and I do wear it like this sometimes if I'm shopping or something and I need two hands, but it's not, back up so you can see. It's not the most comfortable bag. Like, I have pretty small arms, and you can see, it just barely fits on my arm. And when my bag gets large and charged like it usually does, it gets quite bulky and it sticks out, and it's just, I don't know. I wish the handles were longer, like all the other colors except for gray. So if you're not getting it in the Shark, you won't have that problem. But that is definitely something to keep in mind if you're going with the Shark, because these short handles are pretty much too short to wear on your shoulder. It's physically possible for me, but not comfortable. And then carrying it like this, I've started doing it more. I always feel so prissy and weird when I carry it like this. I don't know. It makes, I mean, I can show you right away, even from just putting it on really quickly, it makes my arm all red. I don't even know if that's going to show in the video. It's probably all shadowy and whatnot. But it always looks like someone's grabbed my arm or something, and I don't know, it just doesn't look that great as far as I'm concerned. And the other thing I've noticed, and I didn't even notice this until somebody asked me a question, I can't remember if it was on my blog or my YouTube channel, but she mentioned that I think she got it in the brown croc, and she noticed that the corners were a little worse for wear. She had gotten the bag used, but she hadn't had it very long from what I gathered, and her corners were wearing, and I thought, oh, that sucks, mine aren't. And then I went down and I checked mine, and it's the front ones. It's mostly this one. I don't know if it just has to do with the way that my bag is like packed, and I'm not really sure how well you can see that with like all the shadows and stuff. But yeah, the corners are definitely wearing, and that was the complaint that I had when I first got the bag. I didn't think it had enough feet. They're not placed in a way that I feel like they actually are protecting the bag. Like, now that I'm looking at it a little more closely, yeah, the bottom of my bag's pretty banged up. So that's definitely disappointing. I really wish that they had thought that out a little bit more. But overall, I mean, I'm definitely still happy that I bought this bag. It is a big investment, so if there are certain things that you're concerned about that I didn't address in this video, feel free to ask me. That smell that I kind of mentioned in the first video was almost a chemically leather smell. I don't notice that at all anymore. If anything, it's just a leather smell, and the bag is really softening up nicely, especially on the sides. I was a little disappointed with the leather when I first got it. I just thought it was very stiff and it didn't have that texture that I liked, and it seems to be aging nicely, as they say, like, you know, fine wine or cheese or whatever. So overall, I'm definitely happy with this bag. If I had to do it over, as much as I love this color, I wear this with anything pretty much. I feel like getting a different color might outweigh the handle cross strap issue for me personally. Maybe in, I think it's the nude color would probably be my next color choice, or the black, so I could get those longer handles. But overall, it's definitely, I'm still very happy with the purchase. Oh, and as another update, somebody did mention that Town Shoes, where I bought this in Canada, they are no longer shipping to, well, shoes in the United States. I assume that they're just not doing international shipping at all anymore. So sorry about that. That's definitely a bummer. But I got another comment from somebody who ordered hers directly from Modalu, and she said that their customer service was excellent. So that's good. I mean, you will be paying more, but at least their customer service is amazing, because like I said in my first video, Town Shoes had a little something to be desired when it came to their customer service. But overall, I think the bag is wearing very nicely, except for that one little corner piece. It's holding up really well. The noise issue is definitely still there, but size-wise, I think that it's definitely a really good all-around bag. So I guess the bottom line would be, yes, I would recommend the Pippa, but I personally would probably recommend a different color so you could get the longer handles, unless you are a person that tends to carry their bag, you know, in the crook of your arm, and that's not a problem for you. Then go with this one, because I mean, the color, I love the color of this bag. It's a very close choice between outweighing the short handles. So I guess it just really boils down to personal preference. But overall, like I said, I think it's a good purchase. So if you have any more questions, feel free to either comment on my blog or message me directly, comment on my YouTube channel, whichever way it is that you're viewing this video, and I'll do my best to get back to you. Thanks!